Hello everyone and welcome to my Easter assembly. Now normally it's the start of the Easter holidays and this time everything's a little bit different. However, we need to make the most of things. When I look outside the window this morning, the sun's shining and the weather is beautiful. So if you have your own garden, maybe you can make the most of spending some time outside, and if you haven't, you can use your time for daily exercise to get out and enjoy the lovely weather for a nice walk with your family. Although it's going to be a different Easter holiday and maybe you can't go away or go outside like you're used to, it's really important that we stay home and stay safe and follow the advice of those people who are working very hard to make sure that this is over as soon as possible. Now today I've got a story for you followed by an Easter craft activity, so I hope you can join in and have some fun. The story I've chosen today fits the Easter theme and is called The Good Egg. And it's written by Jory John and Pete Oswald. I'm hoping you really enjoy the story, slightly different. Oh, hello. I was just rescuing this cat. Know why? Because I'm a good egg. I'm a very good egg. It's true, I do all kinds of good things, like I'll carry your groceries. I'll water your plants. I'll change your tyres. I'll paint your house. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg. I've always been a good egg. It's been this way from the start, even in my earliest days back at the store. There were a dozen of us living together under one recycled roof. There was Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank. The other 11 eggs weren't on their best behaviour. They weren't exactly good. They ignored their bedtime, they only ate sugary cereal, they threw tantrums, they cried for no reason, they broke their stuff on purpose. Meanwhile, I tried to take charge. I tried to fix their bad behaviour. I tried to keep the peace, because I was a good egg, a very good egg. Nobody seemed to care though. Every night I was exhausted, my head felt scrambled. Then one fateful morning I noticed some cracks in my shell. They were everywhere. My doctor said it was from all the pressure I was putting on myself, the pressure of making sure everybody was as good as me. I was cracking up, literally. Something had to change. I had had enough. I told Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank that I was leaving. I can't be the only good egg in a bad carton, I said. Blah, 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 they replied. I left that night. I wandered from town to town. The hours became days. The days became weeks. I lost track of time. I was alone. Out there on the road under the stars, I really tried to focus on myself and what I needed. I took walks. I read books. I floated in the river. I wrote in my journal. I found simple moments to be quiet. I breathed in. I breathed out. I even started painting. For once, I found time for me. And guess what? Little by little, the cracks in my shell started to heal. My head no longer felt scrambled. I started to feel like myself again. So I've made a big decision. I'm returning to my old carton and my friends. Besides, I'm kind of lonely out here. This time, I know what I need to do. I'll try not to worry so much. I'll be good to my fellow eggs while also being good to myself. Here we go! Everybody missed me. I missed them too. Hello Meg. Howdy Peg. Hey Greg. Greetings Clegg. What's up Shell? Aloha Shelley. Hey ho Sheldon. Hi Shelby. G'day Egbert. What's happening Frank? Howdy do other Frank. Sure, every once in a while somebody's still a little bit bad, but it's not like before. Here's what I realised. The other eggs aren't perfect, And I don't have to be either. I'm okay with that. Yep, the old carton is back together. We're a solid dozen again. It's good to be home. And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed that one. It's definitely one of my favourite stories. Now, I want to share with you some things that I will be doing at home during my Easter holidays, and maybe I can inspire you a little bit. So, what do I get up to in my spare time? Well, over Easter, I'll definitely still be working from home on my laptop, catching up on the work I haven't yet finished. But there are other things I like to do too. I'll be reading some new books, trying to find ones I haven't finished yet, maybe spending some time reading something different. I'll definitely be outside for my daily run. I love running and I'm getting quicker and quicker by the minute. I play the piano, although I haven't played in a long time, so I've got that back out and I'll be going back over some of my old music and trying to improve. I love my garden and the sunshine, so I'll definitely spend some time relaxing in the sun. One of the new skills I've started to learn over the last few years is how to DJ, so I'll be getting my equipment out and making some new mixes. Maybe I could share one with you when we get back to school. I'll be spending some time relaxing, some me time, just chilling out. Now, it's really important for you to remember we all need to follow the advice, however difficult that might be. So try to stay healthy, stay helpful and kind to one another and to those people around you at home, and most importantly, stay safe. And now we're on to this week's craft activity. So this week I thought I'd pick something with an Easter theme. It's fairly straightforward, and so you should be able to follow it, not needing much equipment at all. And if you want to, you can share your designs with me afterwards. Now this is something you could decorate your house over the Easter period, so it may be you want to have a go at making more than one. So this week, all we're going to need is a piece of A4 paper, a pair of scissors, and some glue. Okay, first step. We're going to repeat what we've been doing most weeks and create a square from our rectangular piece of paper. So to do this, fold over the corner and the rectangle that sits to one side, we need to cut off and remove. Remember, if you're not too confident with a pair of scissors, you might want someone to help you. Take the rectangle and you're going to place that to one side. Okay, we've now got a square that's folded in half with two triangles, one either side. Twist that round so the crease line's in front of you, and then we're going to fold it in half again, making sure the point reaches the point. Then using your fingers, very firmly run along the crease line. Now we're going to turn the piece of paper over, and with about a centimetre piece at the bottom, we're going to turn and fold that up. Looks a little bit like the hat you made the other week. Again, run your fingers firmly along the crease line. Now we're going to take the pointy part at the top and we're going to turn over about 2 centimetres worth and again push firmly down on the creases. You can see here the fold line running down the middle. Now take one side, we're going to turn it up and over and we're matching it up with the fold line. Push very firmly along the crease at the bottom and then repeat again with the other side. Take it from the bottom, turn it up and over to that middle crease and then again run your fingers along the folds. Now you can see here the shape when I open it out, and this is where we're going to use our glue. Take your glue stick and you're going to run a little bit of glue along one half. My glue's coloured so hopefully you'll be able to see it. Then fold the piece back in and push very firmly with your fingers. Now we're going to repeat exactly the same thing on the other side. And again, fold it back over. And then you're going to run your fingers just to make sure that it's stuck. Now for our final step. At the very bottom, you're going to fold over between 1 and 2 centimetres, and this is where you really need to push firmly on the crease because this will help our model stand up. And there we have it. This is the base of our bunny. Now for the fun part, the decoration. And here's my finished Easter bunny. Stands up really nicely, so definitely could be used as a decoration around the house. Now I hope you enjoyed that activity. And just before I go, I want to wish you a happy and healthy Easter break. Remember, stay home and stay safe, and most of all, keep calm. This won't go on forever, and before you know it, we'll all be seeing each other back at school. Happy Easter!